Good evening to you. I'm hoping you had a wonderful day and welcome to our TUM TV News at 9. My name is Manono Consolato. And to start off, as the students were celebrating their cultural week, it was a wonderful experience as they experienced in dancing, singing and culture talk. Our reporter Elisheba Kandie has more details on the story.
Cultural Week is an annual event in the institution where the students showcase their different cultural backgrounds. The event is carried out throughout the week to ensure that communities are able to unite together.
Mombasa, we're actually celebrating our TUM Cultural Week, and this is actually the diverse culture. People are dancing, and we actually have some food prepared. We have a lot of culture to celebrate. We are actually dancing, we are singing, and we are showing how our culture has been for a very long period of time. We're actually celebrating the TUM Cultural Week because it brings all of us together. We intend to celebrate for all of us that we actually have to come up in a position and think beyond the county level. That is the county level, and we celebrate together to have our country elaborated.
Different activities were featured during the week, including dancing, singing, cooking, feasting, culture talks, as well as game matches. It is an experience appreciated by all the students in the institution. Students were seen performing activities like cultural dances, whereby they presented it before a panel of judges. The winners were able to be awarded as they celebrated all around the institution. The Dean of Students also participated in the event as he was seen interacting with students from various communities. He felt as part of the students as he was free with them. Before the feasting, students were seen happily slaughtering the goats and drinking the blood like the Maasai community. There was cooking of culture foods like ugali, biryani, matoke.
So sweet. Yeah. Pronounce it.
Mudokoi, among other foods. There was a big competition in culture wares as all the communities were seen shining in their clothing. It is interesting to see members of different communities interacting easily. The highlight of the day emerged at the night when it was time for the beauty contest. They walked up and down the runway in their official wear, African wear, and different dressing designs. In attendance were the international joke crackers who made the night of the students. All in all, the students were able to crown their Mr. and Miss TUM 2019-2020. Reporting for TUM TV, my name is Elisheba Kandie.
As the students are eagerly waiting for their leaders to be elected through their delegates, there was a formation of coalition where there was handshake and the Revolution 8 coalition. We are waiting to know who is the leader. Our reporter Elkana Maganya has more details on the story.
Comrades Ria, Comrades Ra, Comrades Te, Comrades Golgol. We found it so obnoxious, Enui and Olundik, of the threats imposed on comrades without excogitation.
Our focus is the new election system that was passed, famously known as the Dual Bill. The system says that Students' Association Executive shall be elected into office through the Electoral College, formed by delegates from various departments.
That is the alliances, whereby the people that will be elected like in a group, such that from the president to the least person in that coalition will be a group that will be elected. So the students will elect the delegates. Then after the election the delegates, then the delegates will further elect the people that they think that the coalition or the alliance that they think is the best.
Late January, the Student Parliament also passed an amendment that required the executive form alliances that will be voted in by the Electoral College, something that did not augur well with the majority of students and aspirants.
The alliance system that was newly introduced in our institution. The only thing, the things I can say about it, first is that majority of comrades were against it. It was something that was passed by our parliamentarians without consulting the ideas of students.
This also proved tough for the UEC that saw it struggle to put measures for better implementations.
The hardest part, as it has always been, is in trying to implement something for the first time. The Parliament rushed to make and pass the Bill of Alliances without putting into practice the measures that they were going to use, or the measures that were supposed to be used in achieving the objectives that were set by the bill.
Through this, some tension did build up in the institution towards the election of the delegates, as some were reportedly held hostage and not to vote. The handshake regime, though, has been accused of being projects of cartels that want to impose impunity rule on students, something that they did not take well.
Lastly, to cartels or the Jacanapes, be careful that we performed your hukum. We will soon render you homunculus with the comrades Golgol way. We are phobophobic. And lastly, we are going to finish you with the stooges who are your minions. Comrades Golgol.
Yes. For a long time, they have been urinating on us. So today, we make a covenant here. Mr. President, a fight against cartels in this school. We are launching a fight against impunity. We are launching a fight against we are launching a fight against a resource.
Even with the rise in the temperatures, the UEC has promised that it will deliver credible elections.
As a commissioner and an elderly commissioner there, I can guarantee, because I have been working with the other commissioners, I can guarantee that the election will be free and fair, and those aspirants, because we've cleared the majority of the aspirants, those aspirants will receive whatever they deserve.
Elkano Tech, reporting for TUM TV.
And that brings us to our big question today, where we are asking, should the students vote in their leaders or through the alliances? Send your feedback to 21115 to get your stand. As the end of semester exams are approaching, the students are seen in group discussions preparing for the exam. A long queue was observed in the bank as they are also clearing their school fees. Dennis Baraza has more details on the story.
When the end of semester examinations approaches, the students usually embark on the core business that brought them to the Technical University of Mombasa. Exams are common in the university, but they are most seriously taken activities by the students. For those who do not appreciate the art of personal reading, group discussions play a vital role in enhancing understanding, and this semester is not an exceptional. Ruth Serem is a fourth-year student in the Department of Communication.
The good thing about group discussion is that you get to learn things that you previously didn't understand the concept. Also, when you've missed classes, you get to learn what was learned previously. And also, when you share ideas with your fellow colleagues, you get to remember. So during exams, you don't have to think hard about what you taught others. That's why I prefer group discussions over reading for oneself.
The deadline for the fees payment was on 27th of March, and many students dedicated their patience on the long queue at the bank just to book a ticket for this semester's examination. However, there are some of the students who have cleared their school fees arrears on time, but the system is not reflecting the money on their student portal. Most of the departments in the School of Humanities have completed their continuous assessment tests on time, and the comrades are now busy focusing on the examinations of the end of the academic year 2018-2019. The examinations are scheduled to begin on 15th of April up to 26th of April.
This is the mood at the Technical University of Mombasa, where the pavements are clear and no movements, a sign that the students are busy reading for the examinations. Dennis Baraza reporting for TUM Television.
And in sports today, mechanical engineering department emerged winners as they hammered medical laboratory department 3-1. Communication department were not spared as they were beaten 4-1 by the tourism department. Our reporter Sharif Mohammed has more details on the story.
The Cultural Week Sports has gone down today. They had several games that have been played, including preliminary matches in terms of departments. Mechanical department carried the day as they emerged the winner of the tournament after they conquered Medical Laboratory 3-1. The Medical Laboratory department scored early goal at 19th minute, but things changed during the second half as the stubborn Mechanical department came from behind and took the lead. On the other games to determine top 4, Tourism Department hammered Communication Department 4-1, thus making Tourism Department and Communication Department to take position 3 and 4 consecutively. For more updates on sports, join me, Sharif Mohammed, during Sports Santander from 8 to 9 p.m. every day.
And back to our big question, where we asked, should the students electing their leaders or should they do it through the elections? I'm getting here the feedbacks from Kokulei Peter, who is saying that students should be allowed to vote in their leaders because they are able to know the skills which their leaders are having. One, Vanessa Keteri, is saying that students should vote in their leaders through the alliances because the alliances is easy to manage and students will be easily electing their leaders in good time. Keep sending in your tweets as we will keep reviewing them. Thanks for watching. These were our news for today. Have a lovely night.